Welcome to Spotlight for MMA Draft. I'm Frank Trigg, and today we're talking to Ryan Fillingame. Ryan, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Ryan and I have actually been talking for quite a while. We did a couple other interviews that technical difficulties caused us to have to do it again. So Ryan and I have already gone through this a couple times. Let's first talk about, I want to rehash a little bit how you're kind of fighting on your own. You're not really affiliated with any gym at this point. Is there because of location or just because you feel better changing gyms all the time and finding different places to train at?
Well, mainly I'm just trying to still focus on wrestling. So, I haven't really dedicated myself to fighting yet. It's kind of just for fun right now.
Well, obviously it's a lot of fun because you keep going back to it. You keep doing it over and over again. Your amateur record right now is 2-0 or 3-0?
2-0.
2-0. And your next fight, you're trying to get put up when? You gonna have another fight in like a month?
I'm trying to get a fight. I don't really have any connections anywhere, so it's kind of hard. I'm having my coach here try to look for one for me, but I don't know.
How frustrating is that as an amateur wrestler where every weekend is another tournament, you know exactly where to go, you jump on usawrestling.org, it tells you where the next tournament is, then all of a sudden you're in MMA and you're trying to do amateur MMA and you can't find fights. How frustrating is that for you?
It doesn't seem too frustrating just because, I don't know, I guess it just seems how, that's the way it is. Never really thought of it that it's supposed to be like how it is with wrestling where you can just find tournaments wherever and sign up and you're good to go.
Well, with all your wrestling background, how come you're trying to step yourself into MMA so much as opposed to maybe an Olympic bid or maybe a world bid?
Essentially, I am going to try. I'm going to take another shot at the U.S. Open. I'm still not too sure. I love to fight. I think it's a lot easier than wrestling. I really do. It's
definitely a different pattern. You know, a wrestling match, that constant grind, that constant, battling on you. Then all of a sudden you go into a fight and it gets long, goes into like the 15th minute, the 13th minute. You seem to accelerate when it starts getting later in the fights. You seem to get better and better and your opponent seems to start wearing down. Is that one of the reasons why you like fighting so much? Because at the end of it, if it's still not finished yet, come to third round, you're going to crush your guy?
I like fighting just because it gives me a little bit more thrill than wrestling does. And like you said, it doesn't have that constant grind. I do love wrestling, but it's something a little bit, I guess, a little more relaxing in a way where you don't have to constantly be just always pushing the pace and ties and stuff. So.
Do you find it easy that when you need to take a break, which I'm sure is very rarely, but in a fight, when you need to take a break, you're able to have that break, but in a wrestling match, if you want to take a break, you're getting called for stalling. There's no real break in wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's funny. When I need to take my break, I use my wrestling to take them down and then just try to relax for a bit.
Typical wrestling style in MMA, hold the guy down and make him lay there, make him struggle while you're getting a break and you're relaxing. That's actually the best way to do it for a guy with experienced wrestling. A lot of boxers and kickboxers, when they need a break, they have to run. Have you experienced that yet, where a guy needed a break from you and he's kind of running backwards on you and you got to chase him around the ring?
Not really. My last fight last summer, the guy kind of just backed away the entire time. So I don't know if it wasn't really his technique that he was that style of fighter where he needed that break. I don't know. Not sure.
All right, last question, Ryan, before we let you out of here. What are your plans, immediate plans, for your fighting career versus wrestling career? You said you're going to try and go to the U.S. Open and try to get on the American team for the either Olympics or the Worlds, but are you going to dedicate yourself fully just to one aspect and the other, and then, if it's wrestling, are you going to stick only with wrestling for a short period of time and then jump back into MMA, or are you going to try and do both at the same time?
I'm probably going to do both. The U.S. Open is only a month after our season ends at Nationals. So, as soon as I get done with the U.S. Open, depending on how I do there, then I'm going to go and start, putting everything into MMA. Because, I'm a senior this year. This is my last year, and that's where all my focus is going to be.
Are you ranked number 1 this year, going into your season year?
Yeah.
Okay. And you took second last year, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yeah, we've been looking for you to win the whole thing then this year. And it's actually a good segue to step in to MMA. If you decide to make the full-time trek in MMA is go, look, I just won my national title. It's the next obvious step is to go straight in MMA full-time.
Yeah, my goal next year is this year is to try to win Midlands at
in Chicago.
Northwestern.
Yeah, Northwestern University. Yep, tough tournament. I think I placed maybe 5th one time. I've entered a bunch of times, but I only placed once. That's a really tough tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Ryan. Well, I appreciate coming out here with MMA Draft. Good luck in this upcoming wrestling season. I'm sure we'll be talking to you as soon as the season's over.
All right. Thank you.
You got it, bud.